Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Zakaria Philander, the director of Equilibrium Elementary School. So at Equilibrium Elementary School, our goal is to provide a quality education that will enable our learners to thrive. Also, we want to provide a nurturing environment whereby our learners can develop good character and they can develop a sound moral compass. These are essential elements for any child to survive in this fast-paced, ever-changing world that we are currently living in. In the past videos, I've spoken to you about what holistic education means at Equilibrium Elementary School. Today, I'm going to unpack 3 of those concepts for you a little bit further. But before I do that, let us talk about what the actual content and the makeup of the curriculum is at the school. So we are currently a foundation phase school. We offer grade R, 1, 2 and 3. And as we know, the main focus in those areas is your home language. It's also made up of mathematics and then your life skills, which is an area that focuses on arts, on personal development, on your physical education and so on and so forth. In addition to this, Equilibrium Elementary also offers a third language option, which is Arabic as a third language. We teach Arabic literacy, reading, speaking and communicating. In terms of Islamic studies, we have a very strong Islamic studies program that obviously informs the value-based education that we offer at Equilibrium Elementary School. And then lastly, we also offer a Quran memorization program that starts at grade R and follows through the years at the foundation phase learning. So how do we tie all of this together? Instead of these things being taught in isolation and in silos, what do we use? What is the glue that we use? What is the transdisciplinary thinking that we use to tie all these subjects together in terms of offering a holistic experience to the learner? So we have said that it is important for our teachers, it is important for the ethos of our school, that we are always involved and thinking about these 6 concepts, which is belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, knowledge that we want to impart, skills that we wish to impart, concepts that we wish to impart, attitudes that we wish the child to develop, and then action, how we want the child to be able to interact and to act within our community. Today I'm going to focus on 3 of those aspects, inshallah. So firstly, belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is important that this iman, that it permeates throughout your entire curriculum, that in each and every subject, in some way or the other, it should reference Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It should give an understanding of who the Creator is and the relationship that the child should be developing with the Creator. Obviously, the content should be age appropriate. Not only are we teaching belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala throughout the curriculum, but it should be taught in such a way that it leads to a positive action. It should lead to a manner of being of the child where the child feels comfortable with his or her belief system and with their submission as Muslims to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then secondly, we said knowledge is this is a key area, but it is not the only area, but it is obviously a very important area when it comes to educational institutions. So across the board and across the subject spectrum, there needs to be an understanding of certain things. What needs to come through besides the subject matter itself that needs to be taught and that needs to come through, and the outcomes? This is well known, it is taught at all the schools. This is the pedestrian approach to education. But we believe that when you look at these subjects, you should look at it with a bit more depth. So teachers are required to ask questions in each and every subject with regard to knowledge. Students should learn about who they are, the knowledge. The subject matter should answer that, who we are, where we are in terms of time and in terms of space. They should understand the environment that they are operating in. They should understand how to express themselves knowledge of expressing themselves. They should have knowledge in terms of how to organize themselves. In addition, they should have knowledge about how the world around them works, and they should have knowledge in terms of that this planet that we are occupying, it is not only solely for us, but it is a shared planet, and how do we operate in a shared planet, and what knowledge do we need to have to operate in that shared planet. The subject matter that is taught needs to answer these questions. So in this way, it is not just a manner of knowing certain facts because it is a requirement of a certain subject. No, it should offer real-time knowledge that the child is able to use, that the child can grow with, and that the child can develop with and interact with the larger community. The last point I want to touch on today is that of concepts. So it is important that we recognize that certain subjects are more concept laden than other subjects. For example, maths and the sciences, they are more laden, but this does not mean that in the other subjects there are no concepts to understand. And we have a very focused approach that all subjects have this, not only a knowledge component but a concept component, and that our teachers should be aware of this at all times, and that they should be teaching in such a manner. So when we talk about concepts, we talk about form of things, what things are like. We talk about function, how do things work. We talk about causation, why are things like that. And we talk about connection, how are things connected together. So these are the three aspects, the first three aspects that I want to unpack. Inshallah, next time we meet, I'll talk about the other three aspects. That brings us to the end of today's discussion. Thank you for participating and listening. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Be sure to like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn on post notifications to be notified every time our latest educational videos are posted.